My name is Aaron Lopresti. I've been a comic book artist, a commercial illustrator, and a writer for over 25 years. And this is my YouTube channel.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It's once again time for Talking Comics and Art with Aaron Lopresti. I am, of course, Aaron Lopresti. This is going to be part 3 of this video series showing me painting the artwork for the Kit Carter movie poster. I'm trying to go step by step as I do it to kind of give you guys an idea of my process. And now I'm going to get from A to Z on this completed painting. So let's get into it. All righty. I'm going to need, this is the biggest paintbrush I've got, so we're going to use this to lay down my background key color. What does that mean exactly? Well, I generally work in complementary color schemes because it's the easiest for me to wrap my small brain around. So what we're going to do here is a orange-blue complementary, more or less. I may vary a little bit from that as we go along, but the first thing I want to do is put in my background color, and that's generally going to be the complement to whatever my main focus color is going to be. And we know that Kit, her spacesuit is blue, so that's going to be my key color, is this blue. And so I'm going to make the background orange, everything orange, including Kit, and then paint over the top of that. Lord Menace is going to be red with a little bit of yellow gold up here for the helmet. But those will all have a little bit of orange in them. The idea is for painting a background and then painting over the top of it, that you have any of that background color tends to kind of come through a little bit in spots here and there. It kind of helps harmonize the overall color scheme of the painting. And we'll talk more about that as we go along. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this is going to be an acrylic. I want to get this, I don't want it really heavy. I want it more of an acrylic wash. So I'm going to get as much water on here as I can. I'm not used to working with big brushes like this. This is more for, I don't know, house painting, I guess. As you can see, I'm doing this over the top of these other colors that are already on this. They're already on that palette, but it's all acrylic paint. It's all dried, so nothing I do over the top of those colors is going to pick up. And it's just going to all be this sort of, it's pretty kind of pastelish orange. And I'm not trying to lay this out so it's smooth or anything like that. It can be spotty. It doesn't really matter. It's just, again, a base color that I'm going to be painting over the top of. In case you missed the previous video, laying in all this sepia brown, that's all an acrylic that I did over the line work, pencil work, so I wouldn't lose my drawing. And it's all acrylic, so it's waterproof. So this painting over the top of it, it's not going to smear. Although a little bit of that black ink right there that I had on the drawing, looks like I didn't get it completely covered with the brown acrylic, so it's going to bled a little bit. But again, it's not going to be a big deal because I'm painting over the top of all this anyway. Looks like I'm running out of paint already. Well, I've got more. Now, I was advised by the great Joe Jusko to use soft body acrylics because the color is better, the pigment is better in them. It's a professional brand. And what I'm using here is like just sort of starter colors, so they're what they call, I don't want to sound pretentious, but I guess they look at those as kind of like amateur level paints, student quality. That's kind of what I'm putting on right now. But again, I don't really care because I'm just trying to give myself a quick underpainting here. So I'm not going to use my super expensive paints. Not that these were cheap, but the soft body are more expensive than these are. I'll save those for the actual painting of the images, characters that are actually on this poster. So at this point, I'm just trying to get coverage. Probably a little too meticulous about this, although it may not seem like I'm being meticulous. I don't know. Just trying to get an even coat on this, somewhat even. Most of the time, if you're, at least my experience in oil painting, is you want to go in and do the background first, and then paint the figures over the top of the background, so it feels like the characters are pushed forward over the top of the background, which makes perfect sense because they are. So it makes perfect sense to do in that order. I wouldn't even consider this background painting. It's just laying in a wash over the background. And most of my background colors are going to be keyed off of the figures. So in other words, Lord Menace will be red and gold, but this gold helmet up here, it sort of bleeds off into the background, which comes over to this kind of tree monster, which is going to be green and brownish. And so those colors will blend into those colors. So I'm not really doing a separate background per se. But in some of these, so I'll wait until, for those blends, I'll do those when I'm actually doing the painting of the characters. However, some wide areas like in here, maybe around Merv down here, these areas, I'll go in and put in some of those background colors that I'm going to use there before I start actually painting those figures. But again, I will do a video on that. At least I think I will. I don't want to do a video showing me screwing up. There's a lot of painting instructors. It's funny, they go, I don't care. I want to show everybody, if I screw up, I screw up. It's part of the process. I'm like, yeah. Some secrets need to be left unshown. But one thing, I don't want these videos to be super long and boring either. So I will show you parts of me doing things, but not the whole thing. And then we'll just reveal what it looks like when I'm done. And that way you don't have to, I don't have the expectation of you sitting at your computer for a couple hours while I'm painting this tree monster. So we'll show brief stages of work, and then, or while I'm working on it, and then I will come back and show you what the finished thing looked like. I'm going to punch this up just a little bit more. You can see some of this orange will creep through in the background, and that'll help harmonize what I'm doing in the foreground. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to use proper colors. I'm not just going to go nuts and start laying in colors that don't harmonize. So, but we'll talk about that as I'm actually doing it. So there's a part of me that's a little bit particular. I'm trying to get this to kind of feel a little bit more of a, it doesn't have to be even, but I'm trying to texture it just a little bit so it doesn't feel like a complete mess. But again, it's not really a big deal since I'll be painting over the top of it anyway, but I don't know. I like when I'm looking at it, I want to go, oh yeah, that looks nice. Until I cover it up with paint, and then it doesn't matter anyway. So I'm going to get this corner here. It looks spottier on the video than it actually is, because you're getting reflection from the light at different spots there. Because this in here, it looks pretty much white on the screen, but it's actually orange. It's a very transparent orange, but again, not a big deal because that's going to be blue over the top of it anyway. Her flesh tone will have orange in it, as will Lord Pumpkin's and Merv's. All right, that's going to do it. That is all there is for stage 3. I got to wait. See how white that looks? It's not that white. It's kind of a Sherburne orange, the whole thing is. Even though it doesn't look like it because of the hot spots or the lighter spots are turning completely white on the video. But it's all orange, but it's different intensities of orange depending on where some of the color is a little bit stronger. But it's gonna serve my needs. So there you go. Stage 3 complete. I want to thank you all for taking a few moments out of your day to watch this video, and I would ask that you'd hit the like and subscribe button so I can continue to bring you content just like this. And also, if you're wondering what the heck is Kit Carter, why is he doing this painting? I have a campaign on Indiegogo for a graphic novel called Kit Carter Planet Doom. That is this character, and this is a faux movie poster that ties in with the graphic novel, and it's available on the campaign as one of the other featured items you can get along with the graphic novel. So if you follow the link in the description of this video, it'll take you right there, and you can check out the campaign and see if it's something that would interest you. And also, my website is finally all updated, so you can check out aaronlopresti.com, and you'll also find a link to the Kit Carter campaign on the website as well. So until next time, thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.